And the recording is now live.
Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to another episode of Dice Division.
Hello,
Yeah.
Dice Division.
Hello!
Hello.
Marco.
Hello.
No.
He never lets us do anything fun.
This isn't a democracy we live under in this house. It's a tyranny, and the tyrant is Susan.
Oh, God.
Ni hao.
I'm not that bad.
Tracy?
No, you aren't. You're amazing, and I love you.
Anyways.
Tracy, save us.
Start us off, Trace.
Never mind.
Hey everyone, this is Curious Cat, also known as Tracy, the one who was slowly losing mind and telling myself that we'll eventually get to this, so don't lose your temper. I play Air, the drow monk, who is, at the moment, unless they get asked what happened, is currently just gonna stay on the sidelines and will most likely be like, it's as they said, Your Honor. Anyways, Felix.
Hey, I'm Felix the Bard. I stream on twitch.tv/Felix the Bard. Find me there. Come to me. I'm not gonna mess around too much today, and just, I play a character. Y'all know who it is by now if you've been following the podcast for long enough. Grow.
I'm Crow, and I play Felix's character's uncle, Nim, who, he may have overreacted a small amount last session, but all was taken care of.
You blew up a street.
We volunteered to fix that, by the way.
A small temper tantrum.
Which we volunteered to fix.
Absolutely. And he is so still banned from guilds.
I think that might have
hopefully the rest of us aren't.
Hopefully, I think that incident might have extended the ban.
I hope
the ban
not.
was for
dude.
life.
I hope not. Lava made those turkey legs sound fucking bomb.
Yeah. Hi.
Everyone, it is I, Kyla Knightley. I play Aruru, who will get off of, on parole for good behavior if things go well. If we don't end up in jail. If we end up in jail. Otherwise, she is the Bun Barbar of the group, who, had a little bit of combat, got a little bit of blood on her, but, one of our lovely people in this group is going to remove it, for her, so she's not gonna be upset about the blood for long. Matt.
Hello, everyone. My name's Matt, and I play Andromeda, the dread pirate of Saiphin. She's not the dead pirate of Saiphin yet, hopefully, and not for a very long time. Susan.
Hi, everybody. My name's Susan. I play Valeria, the party's, elf, artificer monk combo. She tries to advocate for the diplomatic route, but, that doesn't always go according to plan.
C'est la vie.
Diplomacy.
Anyways, I'm going to throw the mic back to my husband. Introduce yourself, honey.
Ow, that hurt. Why'd you throw it so hard?
You did the bit last week.
Because I have to...
Oh, wait, we did this bit already? Shoot. I'm running out of materials.
You need to learn how to catch that mic.
I mean, we can talk about more of the customization options in Baldur's Gate 3.
Let's not. Let's just get this done. Let's get going.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Lars Eklund van Horgenden Breams, otherwise known as Lava the Tail Spinner. And, seems everyone's in a hurry to get started, so let's not delay any further. Let's jump into the world of Saiphin, where last we left off, there was a bit of an incident in the street, whereupon,
There was an incident.
Yes, Andromeda and the crew of the Hag's Bane antagonized a rival group of pirates from Anne's.
The antagonizing was purely Anne. The rest of the party only got involved after shots were fired.
Susan,
I'm sorry.
you're fine. Just Let him go.
Yeah. Some pirates were killed. The group largely came out of that unscathed, and they are now being sent off to Valerie Stafford's office. After the fight was interrupted by a servant of the Council of Lashea, that being a man by the name of Ramus, and yeah, you guys are making your way to the office. What are you all doing?
I mean, probably just. Are we being escorted there? Or were we
No,
just told go there?
you were told to go there.
Okay. Yeah, Anne is going over there. Just best to clear this mess up
Quickly.
Yeah.
Valeria is doing what she can to help get Ururu cleaned up and presentable.
And Aruru is very thankful for that.
Nim is probably walking next to Andromeda, just like discussing with her, like, okay, this is what we tell them. This is how we could probably make it look good, if it can be made to look good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
Corsick's just following along. He knows for the most part that it's not gonna go bad.
Well, no need to panic. No need to panic, everyone. If anything, we can say they shot first.
Yes, that is true.
All of
That
us
is
on
true.
our best behavior. Let's just try and get out of this well.
And of course.
Yes, of course, Val. You don't have to tell me to be on my best behavior. I'm always on my best behavior.
Exactly. Now, this is good. This, if the situation calls for a wee bit of charm, you just leave the talking to me and him over here. We'll get it all sorted out, smoothed over.
Absolutely.
I thought you said the last time you tried charming Ms. Valerie, it didn't go the way you'd planned.
Oh well, that time I was trying to seduce her. Now I'm just trying to talk her out of keeping us out of jail. Much easier.
Valeria just has this face going of, why did I agree to leave Elf Country again? Just
Lava.
why did I agree to this?
Question, DM.
Yes.
In the past, has Nim interacted with this woman?
You were introduced to Valerie Stafford, around the time the whole group was first convened in the chambers of the High Council, and she struck a very imposing and intimidating figure.
Well, on the bright side, I could say she probably doesn't hate me.
Ah, she doesn't hate any of us. How can she when we kept this continent afloat?
I mean, that is true. That is true. We did.
Good behavior doesn't automatically make us immune to all punishment, though.
But never fear. You know me. I could talk a dragon off its gold hard. We'll be fine.
And smoothing over things was part of my job.
Exactly. So there we go. Nothing to be concerned about.
I'm going to be concerned until we exit her office again.
It'll be sooner than you think. You'll see. So how does the trip there? How does the walk there go? We come across any incidents?
Probably not.
Yep, no, you guys get there without issue. You're led into the Knight Academy and led to Valerie's office. And upon entering, you can see that she's already furrowing her brows, sort of rubbing the side of her temple, which, and from experience, is not a good sign for her general demeanor at this point.
The lady's like, it's not even noon and the poor lady's probably like, it's not even noon and I already have a migraine.
Hey there, Val. How you doing? You need if you need something for a headache, Valerie here's a medic.
She holds up her hand and says, "You shut up. Sit down, all of you."
Air just immediately
Is there enough
just
cheer?
right on the floor itself.
Aruru just goes crisscross applesauce like she's in kindergarten.
Nim takes a seat.
Everyone in the party sits down where they can.
Is there enough chairs for everyone? Player to DM.
There is a
Ruru's on the floor.
couch as well as a few chairs. There's like 4 chairs and a couch on the side.
And we'll take one of the chairs.
Yep.
Nim will take the chair closest to Anne.
And as she sits, Anne kind of like makes a motion for Valerie to speak to speak her piece.
You see her eyebrow twitch at that. She inhales. What happened?
Oh, you know about that? You know about how the crew of the Sea Wolf, well, some of the crew of the Sea Wolf mutinied against me, killed me captain, threw me over the side of the fucking ship?
Yes, I am well aware of the deeds of the crew of the Sea.
Well, we just so happened to, encounter them in town, and I started exchanging colorful words with the leader of their bunch, who was the only one of them that I recognize as part of the crew of the Seawolf. I guess Darlak got himself some new clowns.
So you picked a fight with them? Is that what I'm hearing?
Not picked a fight exactly. Can I panache, please?
And can I help?
Can Nim help?
So you're trying to charm her? Is that right?
Well, I'm trying to get her to like see. Well, not. Basically, convince her, persuade her that we are in the right here.
You may do so, but you do so at disadvantage.
Wait, does Nim helping give me any help? Maybe remove the disadvantage.
It's a flat roll, then.
Okay, so it's just no disadvantage, no advantage.
Yeah, flat roll.
Oh hell yeah! Thanks, Nim.
Yeah.
Okay, 22.
22.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see here. All right, state your case.
Oh, what did Valerie roll for her insight check? She has to make an insight check against my persuasion.
I know. I made the roll.
Oh, did I succeed?
To find out based on.
No.
Huh? All right, fair. So all right. So a paladin like yourself will respect the ways, criminals need to be punished. Those who commit crimes, right?
She says nothing. Just continues to glare at you.
Well, even though the crew of the Sea Wolf, me captain, I will be the first to admit, pirates, all of us, a lot of scurvier sea dogs you'd never chance to meet. But Darlak and his cronies did technically commit murder by killing me captain. So if anything, I was interested in bringing them to justice, and I did not take any action that could not be argued as is self-defense. Sure, I probably said some things that could have, not been said, but they're the ones that fired first. After that, well, me and me crew here were simply defending ourselves. Of course, the ones that we left alive are probably going to say, "Oh, but she was going to make a move and attack." You can't prove that. I didn't make any move at all. They can't prove that I did. Oh, what are they going to say? Oh, and Andromeda twitched. What kind of argument is that? The fact of the matter is, me and one of them started exchanging words. Things came to a bit of a head. They're the ones who took violent action first, not me, or me crew.
And to explain the road, they did fire upon my nephew. I was defending my family.
That's fair too. You can respect that.
Valerie sighs, pinches the bridge of her nose. All I ask is that you don't cause trouble within the city. I thought I didn't need to say it. I thought we were very clear on that point, Anne.
I mostly remember the terms in that I would be freed, I would not be hanged, and I did that little job for you, me and me crew, and we did. The continent is above
And that is
the
the only reason why you lot are not going to get strung up or thrown in prison.
To be fair, my father would vouch for me. The fact that, for one, I don't know many customs outside of what I was taught, so, yeah. Might have had him show up before said hanging could possibly occur.
That's also true.
As it stands, none of that is going to happen. In the eyes of the law, at the very least, you guys are fine. However, and she turns, and for the first time, you see Ramus is there in the shadows, and he steps out behind you all. And Valerie says, "Let me guess, there are some grievances that we have to address." And he nods, says, "Oh, like you wouldn't believe. Darlak is not happy.
I bet he isn't.
Fortunately, he isn't going after the military for failing to protect his men, which was our primary concern, so on that front, we're in the clear. What he wants is direct recompense from the party that assaulted his crew."
I'm sorry. We assaulted them? Is that what that fucking bilge drinker is saying? He's lot fired on us first, before anything started.
Yes, and he's offered to pay for any damages that he's caused. However, in return, he wants payment for the damage to the 9 men he sent out, 6 of which are dead.
Hey, and those 6 might still be intact if they hadn't fired on us.
And you're not helping.
I mean, technically, I already sent all of my money to my father, so yeah.
What's that scat scrubber even looking for anyway, in terms of recompense?
He wants you to pay He wants you to pay the lay that each man would have earned had they stayed on with the crew.
Which is...
Well, hang on. Gotta get my phone here.
Oh,
No worries.
crap.
Yeah, this...
Hang on, the DM has to grab his abacus.
The DM needs to math.
This is gonna end good for us.
I mean, if
Let me guess about the same amount of money it takes for us to repair the ship. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's my guess too.
Or we run.
That's true.
We are not running from the consequences of our actions.
I mean, one person made a career out of it, so...
At the very least, Valeria isn't.
Let me check how one spell works real quick.
Do I dare ask what you're planning over there?
Just Dimension Door, just in case.
Do not.
Well, according to Darlak's estimation, and the man is very good when it comes to his numbers, all told, he wants 630 gold pieces total, as each of his men get a lay of 70.
70 gold for each of them. The way they fought, they weren't even fucking worth 7.
And please, I'll offer up 600.
Now hold on a minute. And why is it that he gets to ask for a recompense when his men are the ones that started it? Just explain that to me.
Because his men were critically wounded, even the ones who didn't die outright from your assault.
They wouldn't have been assaulted if they didn't fire on us.
And
I mean, am I right? Am I wrong? Am I right or am I right here?
Just because you're right doesn't mean you're correct. But as I said, I am willing to put up 600 of that. Who's willing to float 23?
Hold on. Just explain to me how that works and why he's entitled to that when his men are the ones that started the fight. That's
because
all I'm at. I'm sorry. She's talking to Valen Ramos. Like she's trying to actually understand how this works.
Because if he isn't paid recompense, he can renege on the deal that he made with us, considering that you guys are still affiliated with the Glacian government. Your attack has put the entire deal for the weapons he was going to provide for us in jeopardy. So thanks for that.
Again, they fired first. But, Christ. I would like to panache again.
Ramos says one more thing. He says, if that price is a little too steep, he has offered an alternative, although I doubt you want to go with that any more than you want to pay him.
And what's the alternative?
What he calls the iron price. Blood for blood.
Okay, so player to DM, Anne would probably know what that means. Does that mean like he wants to fight?
It's more like he wants to kill us.
Well, see, that's where it gets kind of tricky. The blood price of things like this, if pirates weren't willing to pay up gold for damages inflicted upon another crew, they had a tradition called the blood price, where they would exact blood equal to the blood lost. Now, these guys, like, that sort of varies depending if he
I mean,
from
we
captain to
killed
captain, because the
people.
worth of the blood that is spilled varies. For instance, the men that you killed, like, he could ask you to kill the same number of your men, or he could ask a higher ranking crew member to spill an amount of blood that he would reckon is equal to the lives that were lost. Like, it's sort of.
Basically, somebody's gonna end up hurt.
Yes.
Hurting but not dead?
Depends.
It depends on the price.
Yeah, and the highest sort of thing, and you know this, and you sort of are considering, is that if a captain would spill their blood, in response, then, that could settle it, and, you might not even, like, die. However, there is a high chance that you would wind up maimed in some manner. It's not
Oh
like
my
you can
gosh.
just cut your hand and spill some blood in front of him and say, "There you go."
I will say out of character, we just got the characters drawn. We do not like way too soon for Anne to change in appearance drastically.
Yay. Okay, so the choices here are we pay what 600 gold.
623.
23, and Nick and Nim has generously played most of it. He's
He's volunteered.
volunteered.
Yep, and Val's more than willing to pony up the rest since she's kind. Between her and Nim, they're kind of the ones who spilt the most blood in that one.
Yeah.
Also, it's 630.
Oh
That's
well.
630. My bad.
Honestly,
Or
the party just coughing up the coinage here is the lowest risk scenario here.
player to DM. So if Anne volunteered to pay the blood price herself, she would lose like a hand or something.
A hand, a finger. It's really up to Darlak what it is you're losing.
And since we know that man doesn't like you, he may just decide, fuck it, and take your head. We've established this guy doesn't like you.
Oh
He
yeah.
probably doesn't like all of us now.
But yeah, so wait, it's 6:30?
6:30.
Yep,
Um,
630.
Let me get a calculator real quick.
Okay, but can I panache again?
We have an out here, Matt.
Yeah, we have an out, Matt.
Right. No. I'm just at this point. I'm just trying to lower the gold price.
If you want to do that, you'll have to talk to Darlak.
And I don't think he's gonna be willing.
You might raise it.
Yeah, just for having to deal with you.
Are you sure he could? Are you sure he wouldn't be able to talk to? She wouldn't be able to talk to Anne or Ramas, and then they're like, and it's like, listen, like, okay, how about because they fired first? I feel like it should be lower.
The
How
thing
about
is,
like
Matt, even though they fired first, they are the more injured party here.
Yeah.
Also, this is them asking for this, not the people we're talking to. It's not like we can negotiate the price lower.
Yeah, we're
Yeah. All right. Well,
We are-
it was worth that.
We are not.
Sure.
I understand the question, but we are not in a spot to bargain.
At least not with these people. They're just Valerie and Ramos are just laying out what the deal is going forward here.
Yeah, like they don't really have any control or say in this. They're probably doing something people higher up than them have told them to do.
Yep. We are
All right.
working. Yeah. Hearing the price, Valeria thinks for a moment and then stands up and approaches the table. Nim?
Yes.
Since you and I are technically the causers of the most damage here, how about you and I split the damages 50-50?
That seems fair.
Alright, she turns to Valerie. You said 6:30?
Ramos nods.
She with the speed and ease of somebody who's been a merchant longer than the people in this room have been alive, Valeria counts out separately parcels and sets down on the table exactly. Let me find my calculator again. Exactly 300.
350.
Exactly 315 gold pieces.
Uh,
That
and
should be my half. 315. Not a piece more, not a piece less.
um, as I Nims does he's experienced with getting money taken from him. Says his half. And now, promise, I do have a question.
He raises an eyebrow but nods.
How are we with me in the entertainment district?
I'm willing to bet you're still banned, Nim.
I don't know if I'm banned from this one. It's been a couple years.
It's not my job to remember where it is you can and go. That's squarely on you.
Well, I imagine there's a list somewhere we can go check, but that's for another day.
Right. Yes, here is my half. Unfortunately.
Here we are. Valeria presents the 2 bags. That should be exactly 630 gold pieces for the captain's trouble.
Promise nods. I'll get this to him straight away.
If I may, could you also pass along that, Valeria seems to be thinking for a moment, kind of as if mentally chewing on what she's about to say next. At least, I, Valeria, sincerely apologize for the trouble we've caused him.
I don't think he's going to give much of a shit about it, but...
Well, I'm used to giving apologies to people where they don't really care too much, they just want to hear it. She smiles, and for a moment there's that look on her face of, dude, I've worked retail longer than you've been alive.
And my apologies in my gold half. So there's that.
Our debts have been paid, apologies issued. Valeria turns to Valerie as well, gives a polite bow. Apologies for causing you a headache before noon.
Just try to stay out of trouble while you do what you need to in order to prepare for your mission.
Well,
Right. Actually,
First-
on that subject. Sorry. Actually, you go first. Sorry.
Don't mind me. I'm just doing math over here in a corner trying to, like, let's keep Nim's amount the same. Good news is, according to the lovely little spreadsheet I cranked out, we should, if we're careful, and aside from Anne and Nim, all members of the party who have stated their contributed amounts are still able to contribute. We can still afford to pay to have the sail and the hull fixed.
Okay.
We just won't have as much left over.
So on the subject of our mission, if you don't mind me taking up just a slightly bit more of your time.
Valerie sighs but nods and sort of rolls her hand just like, go ahead.
So, well, you and I already discussed yesterday about the current state of the Hagsbane. She's barely even seaworthy at the moment.
Valeria speaks up. I had the mast fall on me.
It was kind of funny.
I nearly died, Nim.
But you
right.
lived.
And hence why I was a bit irritable yesterday, as I kind of happened to grow fond of this crew you were so kind to give me. So, you know that repairing a ship is pretty expensive.
If we pool our coin together, and we might still be able to get some things done.
Right, but I'm just saying, as official privateers at Glacier now, if I was thinking maybe we could,
They could connect us with the appropriate tradesman.
well, appropriate tradesmen and appropriate funds to come out to make the Hagsbane, well, realize more of her potential, let's say.
Not be at risk of crushing its crew.
Well, that and crush any enemies that get in our way.
Let's focus first on the boat not being a hazard.
Hi.
Miss Valerie, I apologize for us asking you more and more questions. And I apologize again if this is outside your purview. Could you direct us to where we would be able to connect with those who would be able to help us repair the Hag's Bane?
That I can do. However, in terms of funds, you are on your own. I already paid you. Anything you want to do with that money, including possibly refurbishing the ship that was provided to you, that is on you.
Well, fortunately, even though we've had to pay some damages, we should still be able to cover some things. Who would we need to speak to?
Alright, now you're gonna give me another minute as I try to find things.
Say, Aaron does, with the whole part of Val saying about how they paid the group generously enough, Aaron just adds in, and we graciously appreciate the generous amount for our efforts.
Yep.
Also, I have made a note that Anne owes Nim and Valyria 315 gold.
If
Uh,
if Anne keeps the amount of investment in the ship's repair funds as previously stated, Valeria will consider the debt forgiven.
Also, I need to remember how much we were given each for the original job again, because I didn't write it down.
We were
I think it
given
was 700.
700 apiece. The parties used some members of the party have used it on various things.
I recall. I just was for myself because I haven't spent too much, and I know I sent the majority of it home. I'm just trying to calculate how much I kept on me.
That's a big rumble.
My guess is she probably sent like 600 to her dad and kept 100. Yeah.
There is a shipwright that I know of that works on the Knight's Pier. Many of our ships are under her company's purview. Her name is Tamiel.
She's, of course, we will go and speak with her straight away.
And if you could, well, of course, I understand you already paid us, and quite fairly, might I add. I'm going to. Could you perhaps direct me to the nearest financial institution?
She just gives a long stare at she.
Probably this poor lady. When we leave, she's probably gonna bust open a flask once we've shut the door. Sorry.
Hang. As I go dig through more things in this city.
Sorry.
It's all good, don't you worry. Okay. So, alright. Greater Burke District. Have what you need. Past it. Notes. On something. Sticks. Okay. She thinks for a moment and says, well, the only bank that I can think of is the latest one, Inzel and Ran. And at that, Ramos just sort of pinches the bridge of his nose and goes, oh boy.
What's the matter?
Hey, it's just good luck. That's all I've got to say on that matter.
What are they, penny pinchers? Predatory loners?
They mean well. It's a new system, and there are a lot of doubts in the council that it'll actually work as they propose. Add to that fact that Valerie says, they have done right by us before. Yes, in the business of smashing and grabbing things. I'm not sure we should be trusting them with financial. And Valerie's just like, we'll talk about it later. Just go to Enzel and Ran.
Are they the only option in the city?
They're the only one who's like to take gold from a known pirate.
Even if we have our privateer's documents.
Oh yeah, I also need those. If you could hand those over, please.
Valerie takes some papers, slams it in front of you, and says, are we done?
Yes, we are. We will be on our way now.
Ah, you're a princess. You're a princess among women, Valerie.
Valerie probably reaching under the desk for either her sword or her flask.
It's like, out, and I don't want to see any of you again for at least a week. Can we do that?
Trust me,
Can we
ma'am.
not have you in my office for a week, at
Trust
most?
Trust me, ma'am. The next you'll be hearing of us, the Hag's Bane will be repaired, and we will be on our way to where you wanted to send us in the first place.
All right, so office is out, but you want to grab dinner?
I thought you already.
And out.
All right. Just joking.
We're going now. Valeria is herding everyone out the door. Just, we go now.
As he exits, Nim just turns around, smiles at them, waves goodbye.
Come on.
Hey, it's polite to say goodbye, is it not?
I think if we're in these nice folks' offices for any moment longer, we are in for a bad time.
Nim is going to the shopping district.
All right.
So you want to go shopping, Nim?
Yeah, Nim wants to go shopping, yes.
Okay, where would you like to go shopping? Because, boy howdy, there are places.
Does any place sell a forgery kit?
Your best bet for that would be either the Rogues Market or the Shadow Docks.
Which one's nicer?
Well, let's see. You're trying to get thieves' tools, and generally illicit. You're essentially trying to get something that is illicit in nature. So you tell me.
Illegal, sketchy, even.
He's going to the Rogues Market. I'm hoping he's not banned from there.
What reason would they have to ban him?
I feel like he'd be at home there, honestly.
Yeah, so Rogues Market it is.
Where are you heading? Where are you heading off to?
Just to grab some riding equipment.
Can I roll insight to see
Can
what
I
he
roll
really
deception?
means by riding equipment?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to roll deception on this.
I will also roll insights on that. Nope.
Not bad.
I got a 16.
That's a 26
Yeah, no.
for deception.
A 26 is not bad. That's pretty damn good.
Yeah, so not bad.
Well, as far as Anne knows, he's just going for some quill and ink.
Yeah, it's riding equipment.
Yep. Air just kind of shrugs. You get in trouble, it's your fault.
Oh, when do I get in trouble?
Just the slowest head turn. And one of the rare instances where Air actually does, a full-on, death glare. It's just
Yeah, he doesn't even look back. He's going to the Rogues Market.
Okay.
Alright, well then. Unless, the rest of us should probably go see about that shipwright. Unless, probably just Val and me can go if everyone else wants to do something else.
That should be. I think just the two of us should go and speak to the shipwright, because you're the captain of this fair vessel, and since we'll most likely be speaking guildswoman.
You're the what?
Guildswoman.
Yeah, you cut out.
Oh,
You're the what?
What the? Why?
I think the word you're looking for is captain, Susan.
I think she may have cut out or there was something with her mic.
Oh no.
Yeah, my mic is not.
No one panic. Oh, everybody panic.
What the hell? Come on, don't do
There
that.
you go. There you go.
Yeah.
You're back.
That was weird. Anyways, so as Valeria was saying,
Yeah, re-say that line.
it would make most sense for you and I to go, Anne, because I'll be speaking with her tradeswoman to tradeswoman, assuming Redeal Woman. The name sounded feminine enough, but what do I know? Human naming conventions are weird and confuse me. And
Our naming conventions aren't that weird.
to you, granted, I imagine our naming conventions are pretty darn confusing to you.
Anne just kind of
Shrug.
shrugs and nods,
But anyways, I'll be able to speak with them, tradesperson to tradesperson, and it would, since we'll be discussing repairs to a ship, it would only be fair to bring along the captain.
Hey, hopefully we can try to talk him down on price. A little bit.
I'll do what I can. I can also try and contribute myself as labor to try and bring the price down a little bit, but I make no promises.
I can also help as need be when it comes to the talking. I know I know it may come off as a bit of a surprise. I can be diplomatic.
Valeria just stares at Anne for a long moment. Us being in that nice lady's room for 15 minutes had her look like she wanted to either murder us all or drink until she was unconscious.
Ah, nah, just murder me. I think she likes the rest of you just fine. Even then, so she's not the first woman who's tried to murder me that I've turned around.
Sometimes the things you say, Anne, worry me. Anyways, let's go find that nice ship, right?
What about the rest of you? You want to come along, or are you gonna do your own thing?
I will stay by the squishies. Points to Air and Corsic.
Corsic waves.
Right then. Well, we can all meet later at Lydia's. Corsic, you should go talk to that girl down at the scroll shop. I think she's got something for you. Got a thing for you.
And you might need to be more specific with him.
Did Corsic just blink at her, just like,
I'll take care.
what thing?
Yeah.
Let me. And Valeria walks up to Corsic. I think the nice lady who runs the magic shop would enjoy it if you stopped by her shop just to have a chat with her and see how things are doing, okay?
I was there yesterday.
Yes.
I don't have any money to buy anything.
You don't have you don't have to buy something to be in a shop, and she seems to like you well enough that if you stop by just to chat, she'd be happy.
I said the next time I'd be in, I'd help her with her finances more. I can't go back unless I buy something.
Well, there are other ways to help. Valeria pauses for a moment. Well, there's helping the nice lady with keeping her books. Keeping her books is a shorthand for her accounting.
Okay.
Here, why don't you buy her some flowers too? And just flips him like five gold.
Why
like
would
that
I
kind
do
of
that?
stuff.
Because
girls like that kind of stuff.
And it's a nice thing to do for somebody who's done a lot of good by us.
Also true.
Okay.
And smiles. I'm used to giving my characters the short names, so I confuse myself. I am so sorry. I am going to now go quietly beat my skull into a wall. Valeria just smiles at Corsic, looks at him for a moment, then kind of reaches up and kind of ruffles his hair a little bit. Don't worry, we'll be all back together and talking about getting the ship touched up before you know it.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
Hey, let's get our ship back in order, shall we?
Yes, I'd much rather not have a mast fall on me again.
That would be preferable.
Alright, so once again, I'm gonna have to decide where we start off with which part of the party that's split.
I mean, so we have options.
Yes, I know that. Yeah, we'll start with Air, Aru, and Corsic. Where are you guys going?
Well, we were told where to go, but Aruru's gonna look at the two awkward squishies and be like, well, they said a bunch of words and said we should go to some shop lady, but what do y'all want to do?
I mean, given what happened yesterday, it wouldn't hurt to see if she has anything in case we get separated, and that way we can keep in touch.
Oh yeah, no, that does sound interesting. What is it, Corsic?
I don't have any money to help her with.
What happened to all the money you got from the job?
I already spent it at her place. I had a tab.
Oh, well, I've still got a little bit.
Also, Anne just handed him a little bit of money to
Susan,
I'm sorry.
I love you. It's fine.
You're trying to help, and we appreciate the gesture.
Yes, you're just very excited.
DM it to Felix. Okay. Where were we in the scene again? All right, Korzik was saying he didn't have money.
And then Uru was saying about the money for the flowers, I think, or something for as a nice gesture.
Oh, well, I still got a good chunk of gold left, so if you want to get the flowers like they said, I'm fine covering that, but, any magical items, I probably don't have enough for that. Do you even want to go?
I'm supplied on alchemical supplies.
Right. I'm just saying, like, don't let the others, like, boss you about on what you want to do. Just do what you want to do. Like, if you, me, and Air want to go do something else, the world's our oyster.
I don't know what I want to do. I just like
Alright.
following people around.
Okay. Air, do you have anything you wish to do?
I mean, I was gonna go just to check on things with Miss Barra. Just check about what she would have for inventory and other things. Just get some
Okay.
price estimates.
Okay, so you actually have to go to the shop.
I mean, if neither of you have anything, I have no problem going by myself. It'll just be a quick trip. If
I'm
you
just-
two want to just relax or something.
I'm just here to protect my two favorite squishies. That's you two. Whatever we decide to do, I'm game. But, Corsic, are you okay with going to the shop with Air just to get something for Air? And you just go
Oh.
as a friend?
Okay.
Alright. Okay. I promise not to tap you really hard on the back like I did before, because last time you kind of zapped me and it kind of made all my hair go pfft. So, yeah.
I tend to do that.
It's alright. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be behind y'all as the muscle slash best friend companion. I guess let's be off then.
All right, so you guys are heading towards which shop again?
The shop that
The,
they went to previously.
It's the Scorpio.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. And while they're walking, as usual, Air's got their senses going out.
Mm.
You know, the bullshit passive perception that you love so much.
Yep. It's a
Just
fairly normal walk. Nobody really sort of sticks out to you as being suspicious. People are just going about their day.
okay. Yeah, Air's just because with how the day has gone so far, they're just making sure that there isn't any other members of the opposing crew that's good that would have sent that any stragglers would have tried to jump them as as like revenge.
You do see two orcs moving past you guys towards the docks, but they don't really strike you as sea wolves. They don't have the sort of distinctive look they had. You get to Scorpios without incident.
Okay. Aruru is going to try to stand in a corner where she will not knock anything over and then have to pay for it.
That's fair.
She's a big woman. So she just kind of stays by the door. On the inside, not the outside. Just, she's still in the shop with you. Just, she doesn't want to break any inventory by accident, so you guys have fun with the scene.
Cool. Is there like a bell on the counter or something, or is
Yep,
or
you
is
see the various barrows going about the place, and as they enter, they sort of go horses like, "Yeah, guys, hey."
you might have to do that.
A lot
again,
of that
yeah.
was cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a whole chorus of, "Hey guys, hey, how's it going? What's up?" And yeah.
Yeah. Air just kind of gives a little small wave. Just hello, Miss Barra. Miss Barra. I see you.
The
doing
one
well.
at the
Hey,
counter
Miss
sort
Barra.
of waves, "Over here, bear. Over here, air."
Right. And just kind of goes over to the counter. Goes over to the
It's like, "How's it going? What can I do you for?"
Well, I guess I was wondering if either you had some items, or I guess first I guess start off if if you would have any kind of like a set of items that, say, if all of us got separated, we could communicate via them regardless of distance. I'm not
Oh,
sure
you mean
if that's
sending stones, right?
Yeah. I guess yes. No.
Barris sort of rubs her chin. Just like, unfortunately, we don't really deal much in magical items. Scrolls and tomes, yeah, but what few items we've got mostly cater to my specialty. I'm afraid I can't really do much in terms of enchanting. Most of what I got is just simple stuff that can do illusory things. After all, I am primarily an illusionist.
Okay.
Sending
Um.
stones, even though they are relatively common amongst certain circles, are sort of outside my purview of expertise. I'm sorry.
It's all right. I guess that answers the follow up question about any kind of chanting anything. Do something like that. I guess. That's about it. I guess I'll just do a quick. So I guess a player DM, just kind of just like a, I guess like a follow up question. So this would just be like a place for like scrolls and stuff. There wouldn't be any I don't know things with like runes or the like.
I mean, you'd have to look around. Like, the Scorpio has surprised you guys before with what it contains.
Hmm.
But it
Okay.
is mostly just what Barra says. It's a shop for scrolls and magical tomes and the like, and she does sort of dabble in enchanting things, but mostly she does stuff that has some sort of basis in illusion magic, since that's what she is most proficient in utilizing.
Okay. Hmm. Now I was just kind of just pondering. Just kind of. Oh shoot. Hmm. And honestly, as a player, I didn't think this far.
You could also call for help from DM Sama.
Yeah, it's just I wasn't sure. The only thing I thought was, oh, given what happened to the party the day before, something like like sending stones would be super useful. But then I didn't think of anything further than that. So well, then if there were any little rune trinket thingamajings, but I
There
guess. Oh yeah.
there isn't anything like rune like, but there is something. If you'll give me a moment.
Yes.
And I'm assuming Corsic entered with us. Felix is what's he doing while we're waiting on Lars to figure that out?
He's just kind of standing around. He doesn't really have anything to do. He's got everything he needed to look for here. So,
Uh-oh.
what's
Oh
up?
no.
Nothing. For a second, I thought my computer froze.
Oh god.
Scare me like that.
Okay. As you guys are looking around, she sees that the group is sort of. Alright, she's like, well, I do have something that came in last night, actually. Right after you guys left, in fact. A bunch of people came in with these materials that they wanted me to identify. I did, and they said I could keep them, seeing as how they didn't really have a need of them, but I thought they could be of some use to you guys if, I don't know. She starts sort of clearing off her table and then says, I'll be right back. Just give me a moment. And, da, 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 and she returns with, two long, sort of curved claws. Big curved claws and a sort of snowy white, almost extremely light blue scale. He says, "Yeah, they said that they found this on some creature that they couldn't identify in any bestiaries. Some sort of quadrupedal serpent thing with electric powers. Depending on how you configure them, they can do a number of different things. The claws, I think, if you attach them to a weapon, they'll imbue it with electrical powers. And the scales, it can be made into armor that will enhance your agility, I think, if I'm right. I'm still new at this sort of thing, but
Okay, so one makes you faster, and the other gives your blade a elemental boost.
Yep.
Few members of the party where those scales would be absolutely terrifying on. So basically, like stat wise, that basically would improve someone's like walking speed, basically.
No. The scales essentially will give a +3 bonus to dexterity checks.
Okay. Sheesh.
And the claws essentially make it so that way you can deal an additional d4 of lightning damage.
Okay, that's okay.
Additionally, for spellcasters, if they can cast a lightning spell or a spell that does lightning damage, that damage has an additional d4 tacked onto it, an additional d4 of lightning damage.
Huh. How much are you offering for either of those?
At that bear sort of flush, this is like, oh well, I haven't exactly appraised them yet. I don't know how much they would go for on market. I haven't really. They just came in and
It's no biggie. If you don't have a price right now, that's fine. We can give you the time you need to figure that out, and then we can come by again. I will say that honestly, I feel that whoever left those made a bit of a loss on their own.
they didn't really seem too concerned about them. They were a little strange. I think they were wearing masks.
Masks, you say, DM?
Yeah, kind of like foxes, I think. They were really pretty though. I couldn't really tell if they were, well, like you, Air, or like Corsic, or like a Ruru, in terms of gender things. But they were really pretty. A lot of pink and white, and yeah.
Player DM, what would Air roll for something like that? For any kind of recollection?
You wouldn't roll anything, but a Ruru would be able to roll a history check, if she would so please.
Cat?
Kai?
Oh.
They're in the bathroom. Okay, well.
Yep.
We will wait on that then. But yeah, as you stand at Aruru says, how about 35 gold? For each. Is that a good price? I don't know if that's a good price.
What was it that she was offering?
35 gold.
For each. So 30. Let's see. Let me double check. For both. Era put down 90 for the both.
For the claws and the
scales.
Okay. And welcome back, Kai. Farah just gave a description of the people who dropped off the materials, and if you would like, you may roll a history check to recognize the description. But yep, your call. Kai. A nat 20.
20.
Okay.
The moment you hear that description, Aruru, a thought crosses your mind, and you know immediately what these people are, and it brings you both a little bit of hope as well as fear, and excitement, and all sorts of a rush of emotions come over you. Because if you're right, then you are not alone in being a stranger on a strange land. There may be others from your world that Yep.
I would like to make a deception roll, please.
Okay.
Just, see if I can do so. Well, that's a 6.
Air, you immediately see Aruru's face change as she hears the description as you're buying the parts.
Her face is kind of going through like a, she's doing that scrunch in her face where, that you've seen probably previously in your adventures whenever she's trying to hide like a particular thing. Like the time when she accidentally almost cut the mast of the ship in half. It's the same face of
Yeah.
trying to pretend like nothing's wrong.
Yeah. Air's gonna clock that, but respecting Uru's privacy at the moment is gonna not point it out at the moment.
I will say, as a way to play this out, Ururu just grabs a random book from the shelf upside down and is looking at it and is like, "Hey, Corsic, what's this about?"
Oh.
But it's upside down.
I do not know.
No, buddy, play along with me. Just play along with me. Pretend I'm not eavesdropping on their conversation. I'm just. Corsic.
Cocks head like a lost puppy.
Aw, you're just so cute! Ugh, I can't even be mad at you. Okay. Alright. Shoves book back into place, leans against wall.
But,
Yep.
Yeah. Air's just like, here. Yep.
Farah, as you're buying the materials there, says, "So, do you want me to get you guys set up with this stuff, or is this just for you, or are you going to be divvying up amongst yourselves, or
I'm honest. I was gonna talk with the with the others, see who feels they would benefit. Benefit. That's the word. The most.
All right, cool. When you make a decision, you can always come back, and I'll get your gear all set up with that, and yeah."
Ooh, as always, you're great help.
Her tail sort of waves back and forth behind her as she sort of is like, "Thank you. Always happy to, of course. You guys have been such a great help to me, and I really appreciate everything you guys have done. So of course I'm always happy to help you."
And just kind of gives a little nod.
All right.
That's all I get.
Okay.
Next
up.
Before I just say like maybe we go back to where we were staying, play some cards while we wait for everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
You guys all good with that?
I mean,
Yep.
I have no other plans. Errol confronts Ururu about her reaction to the little blurb of information later. It's been a day. So
Okay, in that case, we shall move along to Anne and Valeria.
Hello.
As you guys head to the night dock, or the night pier.
So what did Valerie say the name of this place was again?
Player to DM help.
She told you a name, Tamiel.
She said the person in charge of it was named Tamiel. That's a fairly uncommon enough name that if we ask, we should get pointed to the correct person.
By any chance, would Anne, as a pirate, know Tamiel? Like maybe she did repairs on the Seawolf when Anne was still on it, or they? I mean, we don't know who they are.
Yeah, roll a history check.
Here we go. Plus that's 2 history. Okay. How's I mean the total roll's a 3.
Oh my lord.
It's a nat 1.
No.
Never heard of him.
So yeah, Anne just gives a blank look for a second and just shrugs. Never heard of him. Hope they know what they're doing.
Can Valeria try?
Yes, and you may roll with advantage.
Yes, because I have been alive 11 bajillion years. Not 11 bajillion, but 100 and change. Enough.